Hello, my name is Hannah, and today we're building a modern house, but I built the modern house in Willow Creek in this neighborhood, which is kind of strange, because if you look at the houses, they're very suburban, very bright green wallpaper or siding or whatever it's called, and so a modern house doesn't really fit in here, but I really wanted to build a modern house in Willow Creek. So I picked here and it's just gonna happen. It doesn't look horrible, but especially when all of the other houses are the exact same thing basically, and then you just have a modern house right here, it does look a bit out of the ordinary kind of. It sticks out a bit, but it doesn't look ugly. It just looks different, so it's probably okay. And also, this is not a world that I play in, it is just the world that I build stuff in. So it's definitely not the weirdest thing, because if you've seen literally any of my other strange builds, this one's very, very normal, and it's just the location that sticks out. The castle sticks out even more, so, it's okay. It'll be okay. But this one's also blue, which I built a lot of my modern houses being either black and white or blue, which is kind of strange on the outside, but it's a good color. It's a very nice color. I wanted to paint my room this dark blue at one point, not anymore. But that's okay. We grow and we don't want dark blue walls anymore, but that's okay. But I paint a lot of the houses in Sims that color, especially ones that I don't put on my YouTube channel. I feel like I've built a bunch of ones for things that I'll play in, especially before I started YouTube, but sometimes now, that are just blue on the outside, because blue is such a nice color, and so that's pretty good. Also, I built a lot of modern houses before my YouTube channel, and a lot of those are blue too. But that's fine. Blue is a nice color, and everything in this game that's blue looks nice to each other, cannot be said with some of the other colors. But, it's fine. Sometimes they go together. Not always, though. But this house is actually really easy for the floor plan, which is kind of surprising because usually I have issues with floor plans, especially in modern houses. But this one just went together very well, and everything fit and everything was good. And then I did that and stuff. But the kitchen is also huge, and I don't like huge kitchens. I don't know, in real life, I couldn't have an opinion on kitchen sizes in real life, wouldn't know anything. But in The Sims, I like to have smaller kitchens. I feel like it looks too much when there's 18 different counter pieces and a huge island. It just looks like so much. And especially when the living room is the same size as the kitchen, it looks a bit strange, which I guess is kind of weird, but it just looks wrong, so I usually make them smaller. But in this one I made it big because the area was big, and it doesn't look that bad. It does still look off to me, but that's a me thing. It does actually just look fine. But the upstairs floor plan was a bit more difficult, but it wasn't hard. But it was weird trying to put the staircase in there, because for a bit I forgot that I needed a staircase to go up to the second floor. Sims can't, well, I was about to say Sims can't teleport, but that's a false statement. They actually can teleport, several different ways, but that's okay. If you're not cheating, they can't teleport. They need stairs or a ladder. So, but I put a staircase in there, and so then the second floor has just a hallway office kind of space. I think I put bookshelves in there. I'm not sure though. I built this a week ago. Maybe more than that. Not really sure. It was before I did last week's voiceovers though. And I just didn't want to do any more voiceovers last week. That's why I didn't do this one. But now I'm doing it. Also, the living room is blue and yellow, which I don't think I do very often, but I don't use this way very often. So I have a bright yellow rug with a chair that's also bright yellow with blue couches, and I thought that was pretty cool. That's definitely something that I would like in real life. Probably not all of the time, but it's definitely something that I would more be likely to have, because some of the living rooms I make would not ever put in my real life house. Ever. It's been an eventful week. I think it's been 3 weeks of school, if I'm not entirely wrong, but I think it's been 3 weeks. And so this week's definitely been one of the most interesting ones so far out of 3, which is not a lot, but that's fun. But in chemistry class, this is a wild story right here, but in chemistry class, since chemistry is a required class to take to graduate in my school, there's a bunch of kids that just don't care in the class, and it's really fun, really annoying to deal with most of them, and I hadn't done it until this week, when the girl that I was talking about last time I talked about chemistry class, the one that didn't do anything in the projects and just played on Snapchat the entire time, she dropped out, I think. she hasn't been here in like 7 days of school, so I think she full on just dropped chemistry. Not sure about that one, but she's gone now, I think, unless she comes back in like a week and she's just like, yeah, I was on a vacation to Oklahoma or something like that. I don't know. But she's gone for now, so they paired us up with, me and my partner, with another group of 2. I'm not sure where their third partner went. No clue. I don't even know who it was. But their partner was gone, so I got put with these 2 boys, and they're like football boys, like stereotypical, like very stereotypical. Like, I'm not trying to stereotype all of them, but they definitely fit into the stereotype. It's really annoying. But they did not try at all. However, one day, when they were also not trying on the assignment that we were doing, because, they're all group assignments, because we made lab groups for chemistry for something. But instead of working on the actual project, these 2 boys, mainly the first one, but the second one was kind of just like egging them on and just like laughing the entire time, which is real fun right there. But this boy took the foaming hand soap. It also could be hand sanitizer, but I think it was soap since it was next to all of the sinks. Couldn't tell you though, but it was foaming something. Foaming, like, we'll just call it foaming hand soap for right now. Just to make this whole thing easier. But he took it, and so parts of the lab tables are, plastic and stuff, but the underside and the drawers are all wood. Now, you can probably see where this is going, but he covered almost all, if not all, of the surfaces in the foaming hand soap. Now, you can't see it from the top, because the top of it is the, like, black plastic stuff that is most, like, lab tables in, like, high schools. But the drawers, the inside of the drawers, he like opened them up and covered them in foaming hand sanitizer, and then he took like an insert. I'm not sure where the insert came from, but I think it's like to make more desk space or something. He took that out, also covered in foaming hand soap and stuff like that. Not just like pouring it off, but like squeezed it like so that it was foaming everywhere. Like, see, he put effort into this. I cannot explain that. So weird. But he then, at the end of class, he put, like, the rest of it in one of the drawers. So there was probably an inch of liquid in this drawer. And me and this other kid were sitting there the entire time going, don't do that. That's dumb. But they were, like, kind of, like, dodging the teacher the entire time. And both of us probably have anxiety issues. I know I do. But this other person, were both, like, going to their, like, what are they doing? Because at first we didn't notice how, like, drastic of things that they were doing, because we could only see part of it and and we could hear their conversations. So we didn't do anything until the end, which is fine. But it's fixed now, I think. But after class, and yes, this is a bit of a tattletale, but that's fine. It's property damage. That's fine. But they had put liquid in a wooden drawer, and the wooden drawer was already soft, like from liquid being on the wood. And so my partner, the boy, not the boy that put the hand sanitizer, but my partner, was going there and opened the drawers after class, after the bell had rang and they had walked out, opened the drawer, and I went, I'm telling the teacher, because if you hadn't, that drawer would have probably broken from the liquid, which is really bad. And so I told the teacher, and she was very, very upset, which was very, everyone assumed that was going to happen, because, they put liquids in the drawers that are wood. So that happened, and she said she was going to make some calls. I'm not sure where the calls went, couldn't tell you. I left because I had to get to my next period, but we just kind of moved on from that. However, the boy, as I said, football team, I think he got benched from that, because the next football game, he's on the reserve, team, and I'm a cheerleader. So I was at his game, and so he was walking around, not in uniform, in, shorts and a hoodie, and he was, picking up the balls. So he was, the ball boy for the football team. And he's not usually. So I think he got benched for that, which is kind of funny. It's really funny. You really could have thought that one through. You don't just try and, do that and just get away with it, it's very strange. I don't know where they get these ideas. I think they thought that they weren't going to get caught, but also, if anyone had found that they were in there, someone would have figured out who sat in the lab tables and figured out that it was them. It's not like you did it, somewhere where it's not attached to you. That's doing, that. That's, making your own desk a mess. Everyone's gonna know who did it. It's very strange. He also tried, I forgot to mention that, he also tried to turn on the gas valves, because there's, like, gas, like, I don't know, handles, things that you can, like, turn, and it'll turn on the gas that you can attach to the Bunsen burners and stuff like that. Thankfully, it was not attached, which is, you know, pretty good, which they usually unattach them when you're not using them. But he tried to turn it on so the gas was, like, flowing out there with it, like, nowhere to lead it to, which is bad, because on the first day of school, she was like, don't turn on the gas valves if it's not attached to anything. And he tried to do that too, and so all of us were just like, what are you doing? You're being such an idiot, and he did this entire thing in a class period. But I think he got benched, so, you know, yeah, that's just kind of what happens when you try and break things. But I just don't understand where the logic in this was. There wasn't any. I don't get it. It was so crazy. It was like Tuesday, I think, that happened. I don't know. But it was a lot, and my anxiety was dying during that, and I wasn't even the one doing it, but I was watching this dude just do it the entire time. It was a lot. However, that is the end of the story. Very crazy story right there. But it is almost screenshots time, so subscribe if you liked today's video, or if you want to see more like this. But I post a new video 4 days a week, so you can watch another video next time. Bye!